and welcome to Feels Like Magic, the podcast where you will get the grounded self-development wisdom you might need to feel amazing about the person you authentically are. I'm Jo, a transformational coach, speaker, and author, and for decades I was so stuck in self-criticism that I never thought I would feel good about being me. Now I inhabit a new reality, one where I care way less about what other people think. I'm willing to show up as the person that I am, and I deepen into self-love and acceptance every single day. Honestly, it feels like magic. Each week, I'll share scientifically proven tools, things I've learned from the world's best coaches, and personal stories I know you'll relate to. Ready? Let's dive in. Hello, my love. So this week, I want to talk about my moment where I was like, oh my God, this is my life. This is my life. And it's so easy to skip over these moments and to not truly take a second to pause and reflect. And I don't want to do that. I really want to share with you why this moment was important and what it really taught me and what I think it can teach all of us about going for more. Being open to more. Okay? More is always available. The life you want is available. If you want to change your life, it is so possible, my love. It is so possible. And I'm going to share my personal story of how I did it. And not the ins and outs of exactly what happened, but the moment where I realized, oh my gosh, I have arrived. If you don't know me, I'm Jo Bell. And I am a coach. I work with women to transform their lives on the deepest possible level from the inside to the outside. So really working on self-confidence, self-belief, self-trust, all of those juicy things that lead to being able to actually claim the life you deserve and desire. Now, let me tell you about my moment. So I was walking on Monday morning to a coffee shop so that I could sit down and I could do some client work, and I could do some emails, and I could really just get in the zone. And I was walking through this park in Lisbon, which I love, and I saw this peacock, and it was amazing. It was just like this beautiful peacock, and it was on the roof, and it was like cawing, and then there was another one, and then there were some parakeets and beautiful blue sky. And I had this moment where I was like, oh my goodness, this is my life. And to give you context, 7 years ago, I was working in a school. I was working a timetable that I didn't love. I had fallen out of love with my job, and I could not see how my life could be different because the model that I had been raised upon was you go, you work hard, you get a job, you keep that job, and then if you want to move, you kind of go and get another job. But it was always dependent on somebody being my boss. And I had never even considered that I would become an entrepreneur. It wasn't in my mindset. It wasn't in my mind frame at all. And so I had this moment where I was like, wow, what happened to me is that I followed my soul. And my soul was like, there's more here. And some of the first work that I had to do in coaching was from this deep belief that I was asking for too much from life, that I was greedy, that I was selfish, that I should just be grateful for what I had. And I did so much work on that because I get to be here once. I get to do this once. And life is infinite and abundant and beautiful. And for us to think anything else is actually a disservice to what is possible for us. So I had this moment where I was like, wow, I did it. This is my life because I believed in more and I was able to expand, and I worked with my nervous system and I got the support somatically, and I worked with my inner child, and I invested in myself again and again and again so that I could open up to the level of a life that I wanted. And I'm not done. I'm still growing. I will always be investing in myself and always seeing, not from a place of discontentment and I have to get the next thing, but from a place of exploration and abundance. What else is possible? What's next? How else can I grow? And for me, to be in that space where I was like, I used to have to rush to get to an office in my early years when I worked in PR, and then to get into a school, and in both of those jobs, but particularly in my PR job when I was younger, I was always so insecure and so full of doubt. And even though I was doing a wonderful job, it never felt like enough. And I was just so uncertain. And now I experience the deepest, deepest peace within myself. And sure, I still make mistakes and I still behave in ways that I don't like sometimes. And I am still on this roller coaster of life with you all. There is no immunity to that. But what I am a stand for is this: there gets to be more. If you don't love your life right now, and I mean love, I don't mean like, I mean love. If you don't love your life right now and you're doing nothing about it, and you know that you're hiding and you know that you're avoiding and you know that you could be, but instead you're telling a story that you should be grateful, you're actually doing a disservice to the most sacred thing, the biggest gift we have ever been given, which is being here on this planet. And if you have that nudge that your next level is around the corner, that you get to do something extraordinary, that you get to change and evolve, follow it. Follow it, because you don't know what you're capable of. And you don't know how things are going to line up, and you don't know what you're being set up for. And if you're frustrated right now, I remember my first couple of years in business being so frustrated. Like, I thought I should be going so much faster. I didn't understand how everyone else seemed to be doing it. But I'm so glad I took that time, because it had such a solid foundation that my nervous system then could handle the expansion that followed. So this is your reminder. If you feel like there's more for you, then there's more. And really the work is in getting out of your own way so that you can open up to that, so you can welcome that, so you can be with that. You don't have to have everything figured out, but you can be strongly committed to the evolution of your soul. And also know that it is in the highest good for everyone you love, for you to really listen to yourself, for you to give us your gifts, for your light to be so, so bright. And if you are there, think about, what can I do in the next 24 hours that I've been putting off? What is the thing that I could do in the next 24 hours that actually would progress things? And then after that, what is the next thing? And take it one step at a time, move fast, but not in a hurry. You don't want to be in scarcity and fear, but you do want to be moving things forward. All right, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for being here and being you. If you're ready to dive deeper on your self-development journey, visit joannebell.org, where you can sign up to get even more magic, access incredible bonuses, and find out more about working with me.